in the heart of Frankfurt's Jewish ghetto, in a narrow, crowded lane called the Judengasse, our story begins. This was a world of strict limitations, where dreams were often confined by the same walls that enclosed the community. But within one of these cramped houses, a vision was taking shape that would forever alter the course of global finance. This is the story of the Rothschilds. Born in 1744, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was not destined for greatness. The son of a humble money changer and silk cloth trader, his early life was marked by hardship. Orphaned at a young age, he was sent to Hanover to apprentice at a banking firm. It was there, amidst ledgers and coins, that he discovered a unique passion, rare and ancient currency. He didn't just see metal, he saw history, value, and opportunity. Returning to Frankfurt, he opened a small business from his family home, dealing in old coins and medals. His shop was modest, but his knowledge was vast, and his reputation for honesty and expertise began to grow. This humble coin shop soon attracted the attention of a very powerful man, Crown Prince Wilhelm of Hesse. Wilhelm was one of Europe's wealthiest rulers, a connoisseur of rare coins, and a man in constant need of financial services. Mayer became his trusted agent, not just for procuring rare numismatics, but for managing his vast fortune. This was the turning point. By handling the finances of a prince, Mayer Amschel Rothschild gained invaluable experience, immense credibility, and a foothold in the exclusive world of European aristocracy. He was no longer just a coin dealer. He was becoming a court factor, a private banker to the elite. But Mayer's true genius wasn't just in managing money. It was in his vision for the future. He knew that for his family to truly thrive, they couldn't remain confined to a single city. He had 5 sons, and he saw them not just as his heirs, but as pillars of a financial empire. He trained them meticulously, instilling in them the core principles of his business: integrity, discretion, unity, and, above all, communication. As they came of age, he sent them out, one by one, to the financial capitals of Europe. It was a revolutionary strategy. Amschel, the eldest, remained in Frankfurt to manage the parent house. Salomon went to Vienna, the heart of the Habsburg Empire. Nathan, perhaps the most brilliant and audacious of them all, was dispatched to London, the world's burgeoning financial centre. Karl journeyed to Naples, securing a foothold in the Italian states. And James, the youngest, established himself in Paris, the cultural and political hub of the continent. The 5 sons were like 5 fingers of a single hand, operating independently, yet working in perfect concert. Their father had given them the blueprint for a new kind of business, the first truly multinational bank. Their timing was impeccable. Europe was in turmoil. The Napoleonic Wars were raging, redrawing maps and toppling old regimes. Armies marched, governments fell, and money needed to move faster and more securely than ever before. This chaos was the Rothschilds' opportunity. While other banks were tied to national interests, the five brothers operated as a borderless network. They developed a private courier system, using riders and carrier pigeons to carry market intelligence, political news, and financial instructions across Europe. Their information network was often faster than government dispatches, giving them an unprecedented edge. This network allowed them to pioneer financial innovations that are now standard practice. They could issue credit in London that could be drawn upon in Vienna. They could arrange massive international transfers of funds to pay for armies and supplies, something that was incredibly difficult and risky at the time, when Napoleon's armies occupied Wilhelm's territory. It was the Rothschilds who cleverly protected his fortune, smuggling bonds and assets right under the noses of the French authorities. This act of loyalty cemented their reputation for trustworthiness and ingenuity. Nathan, in London, became a dominant force. He was instrumental in financing the British war effort against Napoleon. His most legendary moment came after the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, using his superior courier network. He received news of Napoleon's defeat a full day before the British government. But the story isn't as simple as the myths suggest. He didn't crash the market to buy it back for pennies. Instead, he quietly began buying British government bonds, acting on his certitude that victory would cause their value to soar. When the official news finally arrived, the market erupted and the Rothschild fortune multiplied. It wasn't just a gamble, it was a calculated move based on superior information. In the decades that followed, the Rothschilds became the bankers to kings, emperors, and governments across Europe. They didn't just lend money, they stabilized entire economies. They funded the construction of Europe's first railways, connecting cities and sparking industrial growth. They financed mining operations from Austria to Spain, unlocking the continent's natural resources. When national banks faltered, it was often a Rothschild loan that prevented a full-scale economic collapse. They became indispensable to the infrastructure of 19th century Europe. Their influence was profound, but it was not absolute control, as some conspiracy theories might suggest. They were powerful players in a complex game, navigating the treacherous waters of international politics and finance. They were advisors, financiers, and innovators who rode the wave of the Industrial Revolution and helped shape the modern financial world. They worked with governments, not above them, facilitating the flow of capital that fueled an era of unprecedented change. The story of the Rothschilds is not a tale of shadowy puppeteers. It is a story of ambition, innovation, and family unity. It's the story of how a man named Mayer Amschel Rothschild, from the confines of the Frankfurt ghetto, dared to envision a global network, and how his 5 sons, armed with his wisdom and their own relentless drive, turned that vision into a reality, creating a dynasty that would leave an indelible mark on history. From a small coin shop to the pinnacles of global finance, their rise was nothing short of extraordinary. Thank you for watching. If you found this story fascinating, please like this video and subscribe for more journeys into history.